I'd like to welcome you all here today to the press conference for the vacant British bantamweight title between Ian Napper and Stewie Hall. First off, I'd like to say that a lot of you are probably expecting to see Frank here today, but unfortunately it's his father's funeral, so he's had to stay down in London and I've travelled up. I'm Andy Scott, Frank's press officer. What we'll do is we'll just run along the table first off, from left to right. We'll just introduce ourselves so everyone knows who we are. Neil, if you start.
Neil Farron, Matt Ward, streamer.
Mark Ward. Bob Rimmer, Tony Jeffries, coach.
Tony Jeffries.
Andy Scott.
Shooter, John Watson.
Gary Fox.
Cuba Ferguson.
So I'd like to thank you all for coming today. We're up here because we're returning to the North East on June the 4th. As I said, it's for the British bantamweight title, and we've got Stewie Hall here today, and I'd like to say thanks to Stewie for taking time out of his training. Unfortunately, Ian Napper, we all know it's a long way to come. It took me 7 hours to get here yesterday, and for Napper, obviously, training commitments, and due to the distance, he couldn't actually make it up. We're obviously going to be here on June the 4th in this very arena, Peterlee. We're expecting it somewhere in the region of 1,200 for the actual attendance, give or take with the safety restrictions. But we're all here and we will run through, so you know who everyone is. I think Napper, I mean, I can't put words in his mouth, but I'm sure he's going to be desperate to win that title back that he lost to Jamie McDonnell. Probably the title that he thinks rightfully is. And if you haven't seen Napper, you know he's technically gifted, he's a purist fighter. He's been labelled the sort of Floyd Mayweather of British boxing in the way he's so defensively sound, but I know Stewie is going to be desperate to put an end to that, and he's chomping in the bit, I'm sure, for his the biggest fight of his career. We've got Tony Jeffries, who's going to be providing the chief support. We're always very happy to bring Tony back up here because we get such a great reception up here from his fans. The fight with Matt Haney, it's a great evenly matched fight. Matt Haney is obviously one of the boxers that ended Tony Hill, another one of our super middleweight prospects, ended his unbeaten run. And took his O away. So basically we're just hoping that Tony can show all the progress that he showed in his first fights that he's made since the transition from amateur to pro. And knowing Tony on a personal level, he's great with the fans up here and the fans are great to us, so we're hoping to sell as many tickets as we possibly can. We've taken him around the country, to Newport, to other venues that we've been to, and we're grateful to be back up in the North East. We've also got Dave at the end there, who's now knocking on the door as one of the best heavyweight prospects in Britain. We've got a great stable at Frank Maloney Promotions, but domestically the division's probably the most competitive as it's been in recent years, and I'm sure that Fergie, you're going to be looking to get in on that, and he's probably 1 or 2 fights away. British level, English level, and we saw Big Larry Olubamu win the Southern Area title, and that's propelled him up there, so I'm sure that Fergie's going to be looking to do the same sort of thing. Little Kurt Goodins couldn't be here today, but he'll be on the bill. We've got Gary Fox making his professional debut, Razor, George Watson, and Martin Ward, obviously. And these lads are also going to be providing a great undercard of local talent, which I'm sure you guys in the press and the local fans are going to be grateful to see. So what we'll do is we'll open the floor now to any questions you might want to ask. Feel free, any of the lads are available for comment.
Will there be 1+1s afterwards?
Yeah, there'll be opportunity for one-on-ones, provided these lads haven't got to get home.
That's all right.
That's the end of the questions of the press then, now you want to
It's difficult, isn't it? Because I know you'll want to get your own individual answers. I mean, I'll ask a couple of questions if you don't mind. Because obviously I was supposed to be doing the filming as well, but I'll start with Fergie. Fergie, this is, having seen what Larry did last week with this propelled him, you're going to be really looking forward to getting on that domestic scene.
Obviously, Larry had a good win last week. I think Paul Borden, I believe, on that. Tough domestic journeyman, one of the toughest out there. Go the distance quite a lot, so I'll be able to try and stop him, you know, and make a statement.
Stuart, you must be chomping at the bit here for Ian Napper. You said to me out there that he thinks he's already won the fight, but that must be perfect for you.
Well, he thinks he's already won. He's fighting for world titles in his eyes. He doesn't want to look too far past me, that's all right. Our training's been going brilliant, and I'm going to bring the title back to that.
Tony, always good to fight up north.
It's great life. Looking forward. It's been 9 months since Frank put his last show on there. Can't believe how fast time flies, but
Always does when you're having fun, so.
and so it's great. It's a good opportunity for the lads like Martin, John, and Gary Fox for his debut to be finally on a big Sky show. And Stewie on top of it, it's a great opportunity for him to win the title of the North, and if he doesn't, it gets to us.
Bob, have you watched the video of that Tony Hill fight that shocked a lot of people?
Yeah, well, Tony was his worst enemy that night, wasn't it? He did absolutely nothing with it. You know, you talk about kids having off nights, he had a real off night, didn't he? You know, so you can't judge that fight by, you know, that night. I mean, he kind of did absolutely nothing, he just let that Matt Haley do what he wanted, you know. I promise you, Matt Haley's not going to do what he wants that night when he gets in the ring with Tony. It'll be completely different if he thinks he's going to just walk up here and do what he did to Tony Hill, to Tony Jeffries. Not another thing fucking coming.
Bleep that one out.
That goes
Forced to pull back and single each of them.
Stewie, what will it mean to you winning the title in the North East and your home patch?
It'll mean everything. This is what boxing's all about, isn't it? I've boxed all my life. So winning this is just icing on the cake. It's brilliant. Your dream come true.
I mean, you've arrived here sort of relatively late. Is it 30 you are now, Stewie?
Yeah.
Have you got to sort of take advantage of this now?
Yeah, I've got to take it. I'm going to take advantage of this fight. I'm going to be the champion.
What do you rate him, Napa? How would you rate him?
You can't take nothing away from me. Napa is a class act, isn't he? It's going to be hard work on the night. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to prevail.
Is it going to be something your work rate? It's going to be one of your main advantages, do you think?
I've got a couple of plans, so if this one doesn't work, I'll be second on mine. If they don't work out, then I'll give it 100%. That's all I have to say. I can give it.
Any other questions at all? I think, just going on from what Stewie said there, whenever Frank's up there, he always talks about the London stable and the Manchester stable as being the real homes of British boxing. But what we're trying to do with FTM Sports is we're really trying to bring boxing back up there. I mean, I know Neil worked with Michael Hunter up here and they had a great run. And Billy Hardy had a lot of fans up here, but with Tony, with Stewie, if he does win that title, then we're really going to try and bring boxing back to what many people would say is right at the moment is.
Fighting back up in the North East on the undercard of a pretty big bill, you must be really happy with that.
Yeah, well, this is the first time I've had my chance to box on a Sky bill in the North East. I boxed a couple of local shows, but obviously it doesn't really get published as much as this, so boxing on the undercard of Tony Jeffries, Stewie Hall, brilliant. First time to let North East show what I can do as well.
It's important for a boxer to sort of get that Sky recognition, isn't it? Because you can show your friends, show your family, you can get your friends along there. It's important for guys like you, after 6-0, to get on the televised bills.
Yeah, well, it's time now to start getting recognised, hopefully, and then we can start moving on to bigger and better things. So I'd like to thank Frank for giving me the opportunity to box on this bill, to be honest. Really good.
What do you think when you're doing your preparation, when you don't necessarily know who you're fighting? A TBA, it hangs over your head until, it could be a week before the fight, until you find out who you're boxing. Does that bother you, or do you prepare for yourself and nobody else?
Nah, I just prepare to do what I do best, and I know 9 times out of 10 if I bring my A game, it's probably good enough to beat anyone on the day, so just concentrate on doing my own thing, and I'll box anyone, to be honest. I'm not really bothered. Super bantamweight, I fancy my chance to beat anyone really, so just work hard and bring my A game, and hopefully that's good enough to win on the night.
And watching people like Tony and Stewie Hall, who have been at the top of the eye of the amateur game, or now for Stewie at the top of the domestic game, that must sort of really get your appetite to see your name up there being the main event.
Yeah, of course it does. I trained with Tony for years on England camp, and he's always been like sort of a local idol, if you put it that way. You know, he's always been the top dog. So to follow along Tony's footsteps would be a really good achievement. Yeah, so that's the plan anyway.
And you want to be part of this North East boxing?
Yeah, North East is going to come back to the top. You can see now, likes of John Dickinson winning the prize fight for Frank, and then Tony, and now Jason Brew, Franklin Monroe taking big things. North East is going to do really well under Frank Monroe since he's come back up here. But we can do the things that Jason Brew and them have done as well.
Stewie, like you've already said, you've got nothing to lose here, really, have you, in this fight? Everything's going.
I've got everything again. Like you said, I've got my pride to lose, but like you said, it's a must for Ian. It's just a dream for me now. A dream what I'm going to make come true.
Listen, everyone's going to be getting at you saying British title after 9 fights. It's going to be a big step up for you, or a step too far. What do you say to them critics?
I've had good sparring, the likes of Brendan Monroe and Jason Bowe, and that's how I've been in with all the top names, and I've handled them alright, so I don't see why I can't beat Ian now.
You're going to be taller than him and you're going to have a bigger reach. Do you think that's going to be key for you?
Yeah, I've got, like you said, I've got a few plans against him. If plan A doesn't work, then plan B, just have to kick in. So, yeah, I'm going to beat him.
And topping the bill, only 20 minutes from home, that's going to be...
It's amazing, yeah. It should be a good crowd there for me.
And the last time we saw you on a Maloney show was against Martin Powell when you stopped him.
Yeah, another underdog, wasn't I then? I'm an underdog then, I'm an underdog now, so...
Is that what you prefer, to be the underdog and people writing you off, that you must thrive on that?
Yeah, I thrive on it, yeah. I love it. I love the fact of being an underdog.
You can
makes me thrive.
And you can have some money on yourself, you said?
Yeah, I might stick $1,000 on myself for this fight. Good odds. So I think Ian Knapp was looking too far past it. He did his last fight and look what happened. He doesn't look too far past me. It's good. If he does win, he's going to know he's been in a hard fight.
Yeah, I've seen him box a few times. I was using the first prize fight as well. He's a tough customer. Goes the distance, tough, strong, comes to fight. It'll be a good fight between me and him.
And what does it mean to you to be fighting back up in the North East? Because you have fought up here before a few times, but it must always be good to be the home fighter with your home fans behind it.
Obviously it's always better than fighting your home turf, isn't it? It's great, try and put a good show on for everyone, give people what they want to see, you know. Give them a good fight. I know for a fact me and Paul will have a good fight.
We're getting towards the end of the season now. What would be your sort of personal goals before the boxing season packs up for the summer?
Also I'd like an English title fight. That's what I'm looking at. At the minute I'm looking past Paul Button. It's not to be underestimated. He's a tough customer. He comes hard Busto, and it's going to be a hell of a fight between me and him. But obviously, past that, I'd like an English title fight, possibly a British title fight. But you just take one fight at a time in this game, you know. You're only as good as your last fight.
How did you think you performed in your last fight?
My last fight, made a little bit hard work of it. Plus a change of opponent at the last minute. Maybe I wasn't focused enough when I went in the ring, but I got a win and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Obviously that guy grew in confidence after that fight and he went and boxed Danny Hughes and he did okay, he got a draw with Danny, you know, so looking back, at the time I thought it was a bit of a pro result, but looking back it wasn't that bad, you know, but I can box a lot better than that and I want to box a lot better than that next week.
Yeah, I've only had a week off since my last fight, so I'm still fit and I'm looking forward to it. It's boxing fight back over here. It's been 9 months since I boxed up here at the Seaburn Centre, so it should be good fight. He's tough and he's strong, he's talented, but he's never boxed anyone like me. That's without trying to sound big-headed. The lads he's boxed, you know, I mean, he beat good win with Tony Hill, but he's never boxed anyone who punched as hard as me and who's as fast as me, so I think he'll get a shot when he gets in the ring. But I know plenty of respect for him. He's a decent fighter, but it's going to be a good fight. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Have you studied that Tony Hill fight at all?
I've watched it. I was there. I was ringside when the actual fought. But I know my team studied the fight and we've got another video of him when he boxed Sam Orton. And that's getting studied as well, and so we know exactly what he's about, and we know what we want to do to beat him.